Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 22 video. We got the showcasing series today and 3 new teams to review. As always guys, if you want to be part of the showcasing series, don't forget to leave a comment down below requesting to be showcased with your team name. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and last but not least, don't forget to send me a friend request to the 2018 Fireballs account. And without further ado, let's get straight into the 3 new teams to showcase. Alright, first team we have up today is Texas Tom 17. He runs a Houston Astros S-Set deck with the Diamond S-Set deck. And I just wanted to apologize, man, for taking so long to get to your team. You requested back in January, and I apologize for just forgetting about your team. And guys, as a reminder, if I do not get to your team and you requested a while ago, please message me on Discord, leave a comment down below, just to make sure I get to your guys' teams. I don't want to leave anybody out here. But anyways, let's get straight into this team. Let's see what you're working with. Starting off with your first batter at DH, we have Carlos Correa 2015, the exact same signature card that I also have. Train right now, 17 to power, 12 contact, 11 to eye, 17 to the right side's a little bit high, so I would say retrain this card. Not only because 17 to the right side, but the special training is just a little off. You ideally want to have I2 or I1 on this card, since it is super low, and then power 1 or 2. So the way I went with my card was power 1, I2, and contact 3. So I would suggest going that way with this card. And then for the skills, Spotlight and 5-tool player, not the worst skill set, but you definitely want to go ahead and look for a better second and third skill. 5-tool is just a stat adder. It doesn't do much other than increase the stats, and doesn't do much at all really if you get a boss nerf. So new skills on this card would work well, and then also a new train. Second man in the batting lineup is Jason Castro 2013, a signature card. Great train right here, 12 to the right side, 20 to power, 14 eye, and 11 to contact. That's what I like to see. It's basically perfect since eye is the lowest of the 3 main batting stats. And looking at the skills, batter's insight, prediction, leg day. I do have batter's insight on my Rafael Devers, but I'm going to have to suggest a skill change on this one. With my Rafael Devers, I do have a 3-3 set with prediction and barrel it up as a second and third skill, and he does amazing. Barrel it up is an underrated skill, and I have it at level 8. But for this Jason Castro card, batter's insight alone with prediction as a second is just not going to cut it. So I wouldn't even use greens on this card. I would go ahead and keep rolling premiums if that's what you want to do, and look for Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter. Even Contact Master would be a good or decent legend skill, but I would aim for definitely Pioneer or Bad Ball Hitter. This is a great card with a train, and yeah, just needs the new skills. Third in the lineup, I also have this card on my Astros team, Alex Bregman 2018, Black Diamond card. A very similar train to what I used to have on him here, 20 to power, 12 to eye, and 7 to contact. You definitely going to need to retrain this. That power is amazing, and that contact just is way too low. Even with the signature bonus, it's okay, but you definitely want to maximize this card to its fullest potential by giving the most to the 3 main batting stats, and 18 to the right side is definitely way too high. Like I said, I had Alex Bregman before with this kind of train, high power, high eye, and then low contact. I'm pretty sure it was around the exact same type of train. Exact same levels, I mean, like 20 power, 12 eye, 11 speed. But anyway, looking at the skills, barreled up, slugger, and spotlight. Awesome three gold, not triple three, but 3 golds right here. Barreled up and spotlight. It looks like you he's in up condition right now. It looks like you do get the barreled up bonus, but to protect his barreled up bonus from dropping with a last boss nerf, definitely keep him the way he is with these skills. Maybe change Slugger Instinct to be the skill you take to level 8 instead of Spotlight, since Spotlight isn't always active. It works better in later innings, but it's totally up to you with that. I would just go ahead and retrain him for definitely more contact, since he does have the barrel it up skill, and the speed, even though it's high, it's better to have more contact than speed. Fourth in the lineup, a Raider, Doug Raider, my bad. Anyway, oh man, that's a great train right there. Only 10 to fielding and speed with 21 power, 13 eye, and 13 contact. And that's just an awesome train right there. I wouldn't retrain it, even though eye doesn't get the second special training. That high contact is just amazing right there, and then you have barrel it up as well, so it's good to have that high contact, and that speed as well is just good enough to make it over the 240 mark, almost at 245, so you do get the barrel it up bonus. No second or third skills that are really outstanding. A Specialist is an okay third skill, but since he does have his boosted stats as a signature card, I would definitely go ahead and either open up a skill slot storage or change this skill set. Find another skill set with Barrel It Up, or even Spotlight and Slugger Instinct would do amazing on this card since he has that high contact. But yeah, other than that, this card is amazing. Fifth in the lineup, George Springer 2020. His second best year, if I'm not mistaken, with the base stats as far as distribution goes. Anyways, 18 to the right side, a bit too high through level 20, so you're definitely going to want to retrain that. And then Charisma 5-tool player. Again, good skill in Charisma, but just no second or third skill that really stands out. So definitely needs a retrain, more to contact, and Power 1, I2, and Contact 3 would definitely be the way to go here. And try to aim for 13 or less to the right side. Sixth in the lineup, Jose Altuve 2016. One of his better years with the, at least in power. Most of his years, especially 2013 and 2014, and even 2015, they have low power but high contact and and high fielding. This one is a little bit the same, but it does have the higher power, so it gives a little bit of an edge over the other cards. 2017 is definitely his best year, though. Anyways, 16 or 17 to the right side, not terrible, but like I said, with the other cards, you want to go for 13 or less to the right side, or even 14 or less to the right side is okay. With this card, you can go either way with Contact or just depends on what skills you have. And then, yeah, you definitely want to change the skills as well. Charisma 5 tools, same thing as Springer and a couple other players. Look for that good third and second skill, and then based on his skills, I would adjust that to whatever train you need to get on him. And seventh in the lineup, you have Rod Carew Legend. I assume this is from the Legend pack. Slugger Instinct, Laser Beam, Charisma. Not a terrible skill set there at all, actually. Laser Beam's an okay third, but Laser Beam doesn't do much other than for catchers maybe, and for corner infielders. Ideally third baseman, not first baseman. But anyway, you could use blue tickets on this card, and definitely look to make it endgame with Spotlight or even Batting Machine would be amazing. Looking at the train, 12 on the right side, 17 power, 17 eye. Great job with that right there. Definitely the way you want to go since he has 82 base contact and 11 to the train to contact. So keep working on this card. He's looking great. Use a blue ticket and this card will be perfect. Eighth in the lineup, Michael Brantley 2019, his best Astros card. 16 to the right side, just a little too much, so I'd suggest a retrain right there. If it were to speed, I would say maybe keep it, but since it's to fielding, it doesn't do much. If it were to speed, at least it would boost the chances of you getting a Barrel It Up bonus with the card, but this is definitely a retrain. And then looking at the skills, Charisma, Master Base Thief, Endurance, just like Springer and Altuve, need that third and second skill, so open up a skill slot storage and try to find a skill set that comes with Charisma, Batting Machine, Slugger Instinct, Spotlight, any of those skills combined together. Then finally, last and ninth in the lineup is a Kyle Tucker. Not his best year. I'm pretty sure his 2021 year is better than his 2020 year. This is definitely going to need a retrain, 19 to the right side. The power is high, but you want that special training to go to all three of the left side stats. And looking at the skills, Barrel It Up, Prediction, Laser Beam. Doesn't get the Barrel It Up bonus even with that high speed train, so definitely needs a reskill and absolutely needs a retrain. Getting into the pitching rotation now, Lance McCullers Jr. 2018 signature card as your ace in the rotation. Train's a little messy right here. 11 stamina is way over the limit. I would suggest going for 7 stamina or lower, 8 stamina being the borderline. Even then, I don't really like seeing 8, but it's up to you. My preference is just 7 stamina or lower. And you're definitely going to want to get velocity, some special training. Don't want him to give up a lot of home runs unless you have the finesse pitcher skill. You don't right here. You have pitcher's chemistry. So I don't know if you know, but pitcher's chemistry is more useful in the long relief role since the long reliever doesn't go into games, and pitcher's chemistry doesn't help the pitcher that has the skill and only assists the other pitchers in the rotation that don't have the skill. So McCullers right here, his only active skill is going to be power pitcher. So, and mess only activates when you allow base runners, and you don't want to be allowing base runners. So this card definitely needs a retrain. Look for lower stamina, and then more velocity and location, and then definitely open up a skill slot storage, use premium skill change tickets, and look for slow starter. Slow starter is the best skill you can get. Control master is the arguably even a better skill, but definitely aim for slow starter or control master. And cooperative pitching is also a good legend skill, but I would definitely shoot for slow starter or control master on this card. And pitcher's chemistry, definitely go ahead and look for that on your long reliever. Definitely take either any of these relievers to Black Diamond. I would go ahead and take Peacock since he's already in the relief role, in the long relief role, and take him to Black Diamond. There you can look for pitcher's chemistry, and that's where you would best be able to use that skill. Anyways, moving on into the rotation, second in the starting rotation is Verlander 2017. Not his best SIG year, still a really good card though. 9 to stamina, a little bit too high, and that special training to fastball is high as well, so look for more location and velocity on this card with a retrain. And then skills, Untouchable Mess and Giant Crusher. Untouchable Mess is good until around you hit the gold tier in ranked, so it's an okay skill set up until that point, but I would definitely look for a legend skill like I talked to you about McCullers, slow starter, control master, and cooperative pitching. And then from there on, use greens and blues, adjust them however you need to, get last boss, finesse pitcher, and then this card will be amazing. Third in the rotation, Garrett Cole 2019, his best year. Wish you had his SIG card, this would be beautiful. Train 15 to locate, velocity 12 to fastball, and break 10 stamina is way too high again, so your pitching staff does need a little bit of work here. I would suggest a retrain on Cole. Doesn't need new skills though. Finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher is a great combination together. With Cole, it's going to be hard to train for the finesse pitcher bonus. Finesse pitcher is the better skill. You can try to retrain for finesse, but in my personal opinion, I wouldn't stress about training for finesse. Go ahead and go for the dominant pitcher bonus, pitch for high fastball and higher velocity, and then lower stamina. And then go ahead and when you take him to Black Diamond, definitely take finesse pitcher to level 8. That would be my suggestion for this card. Fourth in the rotation, I have this card as well, Mike Scott, 1986. His 76 base card, beautiful card here. Your train actually is really good on him, only 7 to stamina, 16 to velocity, and 18 to fastball. Would really like to see that first special training points go to velocity instead of fastball. So actually I may suggest a retrain on this since velocity and location are top priority on every starting pitcher. So to have fastball or break with the first points of special training is never really ideal. Looking at the skills, dominant pitcher and untouchable. It's an okay skill set. I have it on my Zach Greinke on my Astros team. It works well. But from my experience on my Red Sox team, I had it on my Rick Porcello for the longest time, and he just wasn't making it through silver tier and ranked, and also gold. He was getting hit left and right, home runs, and he did get a lot of strikeouts just without his high location and high break. He did get hit hard a lot in ranked. So I would go ahead and skill this down the line. No rush. It's a good skill set, but definitely focus on the other cards like Altuve, Springer, and get them finished first since they don't have good second or third skills. This Mike Scott has a good second and first skill. They're decent, but not elite. So he's a project that you can work on later down the line and a retrain later down the line. Finally, last in the pitching rotation for the starters, Roy Oswalt 2005 Prime. I don't have this card on my Astros team. Again, high fastball. You want to go for high velocity and high location, like I've said with the other cards, and a little bit lower on the stamina. Iron Will Last Boss, season pitcher. Honestly, with this card, since it is a 3-3 skill and you have all skills at level 6, take him to Black Diamond eventually, and then I would go ahead and use green tickets to protect Last Boss and try to find a good second skill, that being finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, or untouchable, and then from there on, whichever skill you landed on after protecting boss, go for a endgame skill set with triple golds using blue tickets, getting, like I said, finesse pitcher, last boss, or untouchable. And this card is going to be great. So set up for skills pretty well, just needs to be worked on when you get the resources and after you take him to Black Diamond, and then he definitely needs a retrain. Getting into the bullpen now, Ryan Pressly, 2020 signature card. Train again, high stamina and high fastball. It's going to definitely need a retrain on that. Put away pitch, giant crusher, breaking ball mastery. Not the greatest skill set at all for a setup man. Put away pitch doesn't do much other than get you strikeouts, and in that case, that's if you get to two strikes on any batter. Breaking ball mastery is not a good bronze, and then giant crusher is not always active. So on a setup man, you're definitely going to look for the setup man skill, winning streak, and last boss. You can look for dominant pitcher and finesse pitcher as well. Untouchable, I've heard, is okay, but from my experience, it doesn't do that well. And from what I've heard, untouchable is not really good on relievers. So definitely reskill him, opening up a skill slot storage, and then retrain him for higher velocity and higher location. Second in the bullpen is Will Harris, 2016. 17 in velocity, 13 fastball, 14 break. Again, 9 stamina is high as well. So even though he does have high stats to velocity, he does need way more location. That location is going to be killer, since when you get last boss or nerfed by charisma, it's going to go drop below 100. So definitely a retrain needed on this card, and definitely need new skills like I talked about with Pressly. And getting to the middle relievers now, Tyler Clipper, 2017. This card is also going to need a retrain. Just way too much stamina, and again, way too much fastball. And then skills, firefighter, dominant pitcher. It's not the worst skill set, but my thing with relievers is I would go for a skill set with fixer and try to look for last boss, and even setup man would be a good skill. Stability is also a good skill to have on middle relievers. Second in the middle relief roles, you have Ken Giles, no longer in the game. Hopefully comes back soon. This card's definitely going to need a retrain, 10 of stamina, and way too much to the right side, want more to the left side. And then skills, inning eater, cleaning up your mess. Definitely going to need new skills as well. Getting into the last middle reliever, Chris Davinsky, his best year, 2017. Again, this card is going to need a retrain. Lower stamina, 7 or less, and then go for high velocity and high location. Skills, wouldn't worry too much about him. I wouldn't skill change this card since it is your last middle reliever. Definitely focus all your resources on the middle relievers ahead of this one, because they will be used more often. And then finally, your long reliever, Brad Peacock. I would take this card to Black Diamond as soon as you can. And don't worry about his train, don't worry about his skills. Just get him that pitcher's chemistry skill, and then you'll be good to go, and he'll be a useful card in your rotation. And finally, your closing pitcher, Billy Wagner, 2003. Wish I had this prime card for my Astros team. The only relief pitcher you have with a good train. 7 to stamina, great job there. 15 velocity, 14 fastball, 12 to location. That's good right there. And then untouchable, control artist, boss. Good skill set right here. Would be better on a starter, but since he is Black Diamond and has the increased stats, he should do okay. To maximize his potential, I would definitely use premium skill change tickets when you have them, and look for Bullpen Day. Bullpen Day is an amazing skill on any reliever, and from there use green tickets and blue tickets to finalize that. Anyways, that's going to do it for your team. Overall, a solid Astros team. A lot of Black Diamonds, more than I have, and you have good pitchers. Just needs a lot of work on the trains, especially the pitching staff. Pitching is key in this game, so definitely focus on your pitching first, and then get into your batters skilling and skilling and retraining as soon as you can. But enjoyed reviewing your team. Good luck with developing your team, and can't wait to see how well your team does. Anyways, let's get into the second team that we have today in the showcasing. Next up, we have ZDSYTGCCC, and he runs a Chicago Cubs free-to-play team with a Chicago Cubs S-set deck and a Diamond S-set deck. So, starting with the batting lineup, first we have a Black Diamond signature Starlin Castro 2014. Very nice card since he is out of the game. Very unlikely that he'll be coming back. So good job getting this card. Train is 14 to the right side, not bad at all. 21 to power is very impressive. And 11 to eye and 11 to contact. Only critique on the train is that I would rather preferred eye second instead of contact. And looking at the skills, Charisma, Spotlight, and Master Base Thief. So awesome 3-3 skill set right here. Could definitely maximize its full potential using a blue ticket on Master Base Thief and trying to land Barrel It Up, Batting Machine, or Slugger's Instinct. Any of those 3 skill sets would do perfectly on this card. And if you do land Barrel It Up, I would say this train is perfect as it is because he will get the maximum Barrel It Up bonus. So definitely use a blue ticket on him, and then based on what you get from that blue ticket, I would possibly, maybe, just maybe, readjust his train in the future. Second in the lineup, Chris Bryant, 2016, Prime card, it's 11 to the right side, impressive train right there, outstanding, great job, and 18 to contact, 16 power, and 12 to eye. Only critique with this, it's a shame that it's 11 to the right side. If it were Power 1, I2, and Contact 3, or even Power 1, Contact 2, and I3 with the train, it would have been perfect. It's okay, I guess. He doesn't look like he gets the maximum Barrel It Up bonus, and you do have Barrel It Up to level 8, and he is at Black Diamond, so unless you do get Batter's Chemistry, he's probably not going to get the Barrel It Up bonus. Barrel It Up is very underrated, from what I've heard, so keep this skill set and definitely work for pitcher's chemistry just for the sake of this card, and keep the train the way it is. It's super hard to pass up 11 to the right side, so I wouldn't say retrain. Just focus on getting one of these in your backups to Black Diamond and then getting Batter's Chemistry, or even taking one of these cards, Baez or Schwarber, and putting them in the bench for Batter's Chemistry. I don't know, whatever works best for you. Anyway, third in the lineup, Kyle Schwarber, 19. Believe this is his best card with power for the Cubs. Great increase distribution is crazy. 15 to the right side, it's okay. 14 or less is the ideal in my opinion, but you did get a great job with the distribution to special training. 18 to power, 14 to eye, and 10 to contact. Contact is still a bit low though, as well as eye, so if you could get a couple points away from the right side to the left side, a retrain might be due for this card later down the line, but it's okay for now. And then the skills, Spotlight and Barrel It Up. Doesn't come close to the Barrel It Up bonus, so I would open up a skill slot storage and look for a legend skill. Now, in my opinion, when you're looking for a legend skill on this card, if you land Batter's Chemistry, I would say keep it and then throw him into the bench. I don't know why I keep forgetting that word, but as a free-to-play team, when you land Batter's Chemistry, resources are limited, so once you get Batter's Chemistry on any normal card, go ahead and put him in the bench and then use them for chemistry and then replace them with another card. And it's might be hard since this card is a really good one, or even Baez too, he's also a very good card, but if you do land Batter's Chemistry on any of these Black Diamonds besides the Prime and the Sig, I would go ahead and throw him on the bench. But this card is really good nonetheless. Could use a retrain down the line, and then definitely needs some new skills. Fourth in the lineup, you have Baez, 18, and he has a 69 base, always low eye on Baez's cards, so with all Baez cards, my personal opinion, definitely go I1 on this card when you train him, then go for Power 2 and Contact 3. That eye is going to just produce a lot of strikeouts in ranked mode, and since he isn't a SIG card and you're a free-to-play team, you definitely want to perfect this card with I2. So even though it's 12 to the right side, sad to say, to perfect this card, I would go ahead and later down the line, just like Schwarber, retrain him. And then looking at the skills, Slugger Instinct and Spotlight, he'll definitely hit a lot of home runs with that, and the Barrel It Up skill as a third isn't terrible. He doesn't get the bonus, but Barrel It Up is still a good third, equivalent to Batting Machine in my opinion. But he's definitely going to need a new train. Keep the skills are awesome, but just look for that higher eye and that power and then lower contact. 12 to the right side, that's really tough to pass up on. Kind of feel bad for you on this card. Fifth in the lineup, JD Martinez, 2018 Prime, insane grade increase distribution, 23 to power, that's crazy, wow. Alright, and 16 to the right side, a bit high, but he's a non-team card, so it's an impressive train on a non-team card, even though he doesn't get too much contact and eye. 9 eye and 9 contact. Wouldn't worry about retraining him since he's not a team card. Slugger, Charisma, Pinpoint Strike, great skills right there. Keep him in the lineup as long as you can until you get a better right fielder or outfielder in general, whether that be a new live card, Schwindel, or any of the new Chicago Cubs outfielders. Sixth in the lineup, Andrew McCutchen, 2012, another non-team prime card. 16 to the right side, wouldn't worry about the train since he's a non-team card. 8 to eye, and 16 contact, 17 power. Special training is okay. And then looking at skills, batting machine, charisma, good skill set right here. Master base lead is not a terrible third. Gives you a little bonus points to the next batter, and nerfs the pitcher's stats a little if he gets on base. Again, like JD Martinez, keep this card in the lineup as long as you can until you replace him with a better Cubs outfielder. And then 7th, you have Anthony Rizzo, 2014. Not his best Cubs year, but all his Cubs years are really, really nice. 14 to the right side, good job with the train. 20 to power, 11 to eye, and 12 to contact. You could have gone either way. My personal preference would have gone with eye second since the eye and contact are tied. But it's still a good train nonetheless. Charisma Spotlight, good skill set right here. And then only critique is really the third skill. So this card is really, really nice. I would go ahead and keep the train and then wouldn't prioritize a retrain until you've gotten everybody else retrained first. And then skills are definitely keeper. Definitely next step is taking him to Black Diamond. That's what I would say for this card. 8th in the lineup, Wilson Contreras, 2017. Another good card with good grade increase distribution. 13 to the right side, amazing right there. Power 1, contact 2, and eye 3. See, with this card, you're definitely going to want to go eye 2 since his eye is lower on the base stats than contact. Again, he's going to produce a lot of strikeouts in ranked mode, and you want to avoid that by getting a better train with eye. So later down the line, again, 13 is hard to pass up, but as a free-to-play team, perfecting cards is important. So whenever you have the resources, no rush, no pressure, just do it when you can. And then skills, charisma, spotlight, again, excellent. And then flashing the leather, not terrible on this card since he is a catcher, and he does have low fielding and low speed, so it may help him out a bit. Skills are a keeper, but again, the retrain, just really hard and difficult pill to swallow. Gonna have to retrain this card later down the line. Finally, batting 9th in the lineup is a legend, Edgar Martinez, and you have 9 to the right side, so this is definitely your best train by far. And you went power 1, eye 2, contact 3. See, this card I would have gone contact 2. Actually, not even, since his contact's only 1 lower than his eye, but this is a perfect train right here. One of the more perfect trains that I've seen in my whole time reviewing teams. And then Slugger Instinct, barrel it up. Good skill set here. If you have blues and greens to spare, I would use them on him. But if you don't have blues and greens, definitely prioritize them on your other cards like your signatures and your black diamonds, just because legends have a higher chance of getting a good 3-3 set automatically off the bat. Focus on the normal cards with blues and greens, but if you do have any extra that you don't plan on using soon, I would go ahead and look for charisma or spotlight on this card, and then with that he'll be endgame and perfect. Getting into the pitching rotation now. Starting rotation, ace is a Ryan Dempster 2008 Prime. Good looking train here, only 6 to stamina, that's what I like to see. 17 velocity, 14 fastball, and 10 location. Special training is really good for the dominant pitcher bonus right here. And you, excellent right here, very, very nice. Finesse pitcher level 8, dominant pitcher 7, you get the dom bonus, and then with level 8 finesse pitcher, you maximize the increase to location and break with that while still getting the dom bonus. Drying Crusher could be a better third skill. Since you're a free-to-play team, it might be active more often since you're facing higher-end teams if you play in Gold 1, or sorry, not Gold 1, but up in the Gold levels and even Silver levels as well. So you could use a blue ticket or green ticket. I would keep him the way he is though. Excellent job with this card. He's basically perfect other than that third skill. Second in the rotation, a Lester 2016, out of the game. Really, really good train right here. 4 to stamina, excellent. And 15 velocity, 14 location, or 14 fastball, and 12 location. Another dominant pitcher train right here. And you do have fireballers. So this card, this card is producing a lot of strikeouts. Let me tell you that right now. Guaranteed, he's producing a lot of strikeouts. May give up the occasional home run or two, but with that high base location, it may minimize that. Definitely a good candidate for a blue ticket just because it's high level skills. Level 3, if you can get cleaning up your mess, That would make this card that much better, and even Last Boss would be as a good third, or Finesse Pitcher, any of those. So excellent job so far with the pitching rotation. Third is a Jake Arrieta 2014, also no longer in the game. It's a shame he didn't get his 2015 card. His 14 card is not that bad either. 7 to stamina, a good train, borderline for me, but that's good enough. 16 to velocity, 13 location, 11 to break. Generic train here, and rightfully so with the skills you have, Boss and Mess. Not as good as it once was, but still passable and still usable. So definitely look for a legend skill on him though, moving forward. Since Boss and Mess is, I'd give it a B tier, B plus to A minus rating, but still very good. Look for Fireballer, Control Master, and even the Slow Starter skill. Any of those would work perfectly for him. And then Rochelle 77 is your 4th starter here, 5 to stamina, so all your trains are really excellent. 16 to break though, it's I really don't like seeing special training going first to any of the right side stats on pitchers, but depending on the skills it may be okay. Finesse and Mess, I really like the stamina, not gonna lie on this card, but just too much break. And with this type of card, with the skills that he has, Finesse and Mess, I give it an A minus skill set rating, maybe even just an A, actually a B, B plus, because of the setup man skill doesn't do much. Finesse pitcher is really the only active skill you have throughout the entire time he's pitching. So what you're going to want to do here is keep the skills definitely, but look for a retrain. Even open up a skill slot storage and look for a legend skill, since this is not the greatest endgame skill set, but it is up there as one of the best. Look for Slow Starter, Fireballer, and even Control Master. Any of those would work well. And as for the train, adjust the train to those skills. But for now, since you have a couple other Black Diamonds you should prioritize higher than this card, I would definitely look for a Velocity 2, or Location 1, Velocity 2, Break 3 on this card. With that low velocity, you're definitely going to want to maximize the amount of velocity you put on this train to avoid home runs, so he can strike out more batters as well. So look for higher location, second to velocity, and then break, as well as low stamina. Other than that, this card will be perfect with that. Finally, 5th in the rotation is a Hendricks 2016, his best Cubs year. I'm pretty sure, unless his 2020 card is insane, but I don't really know much about the Cubs 2020 cards. Anyway, 18 to velocity, 17 fastball, 10 to stamina. Great velocity and fastball. Stamina is a bit high. Location's a little low. Even with the base stats being 77 for location, it's still pretty low. Dom, stability, and boss. Alright, so this card right here, it is a normal card. You're a free-to-play team. If you do have blue tickets, I would say this is your top card, top priority for a blue ticket right here. If you can land something else other than stability, whether that be untouchable, finesse pitcher, this card is going to be a third starter, or even a second tier starter. With the base stats that he has, and even though the train's not perfect with that high stamina, he's going to get a lot of strikeouts. If you roll finesse pitcher on this card and maximize that and give finesse pitcher level, actually no, don't give finesse pitcher. If you get finesse pitcher, don't give it level 8. Give Last Boss level 8. But finesse pitcher will help increase those location and break stats. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is just get that third skill stability and try to look for finesse pitcher and untouchable. Stability is not terrible. You could keep it. It does increase the location and break depending on your catcher. But since Contreras does not get that stability bonus with 110 fielding, I would definitely prioritize this card for blue tickets. So he can be perfected. You just need the blue tickets to do so, and then take him to Black Diamond, as with all cards. Getting into the bullpen now, Aroldis Chapman 16, one of the best Cubs relief pitchers in the game. Might be the best actually. 18 velocity, 14 location, 12 to break. Awesome job with the train right there. A standard left side train, and with Boss and Untouchable, that's the way the train goes. So Pickoff King definitely could use a blue ticket. Actually, on second thought, don't use a blue ticket on him. Not worth it since it's not a triple 3 skill set. With a setup man, ideally want setup man, skill, winning streak, and last boss, even finesse pitcher and dominant pitcher. But with the train that he has, he's set up perfectly for just this skill set. So If he does well for you. If not, I would go ahead and open up a skill slot storage and try to roll for the setup man skill, winning streak, last boss, finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher. Any of those would work well. Second setup man, Wade Davis 2017, also no longer in the game. One of the best Cubs relief pitchers as well. 7 to stamina, 16 velocity, 13 location, and 12 to fastball. Great job right there. And a finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, skill set right here. Danger zone level 5, pretty high skills, so you might want to use a blue ticket. But since he is Black Diamond, you could look for pitcher's chemistry unless you have that on Strope. Okay, you don't, and on C-Check you don't either. Okay, anyway, with one of these Black Diamonds, I would definitely look for pitcher's chemistry on them. I would definitely do Strope since he is already in the long relief role and doesn't have the greatest skills. It's decent closer skills actually. With Mess being a third, it's okay. But with all these Black Diamonds, before I move on, just with one of them, I would definitely try to roll pitcher's chemistry on them. Anyway, as for Davis, dominant pitcher, finesse pitcher is awesome. The third skill, you could use a blue ticket on it. But my personal preference with this would be just to keep him the way he is. He does get the dominant pitcher bonus, so if you do maximize his special training, go with finesse pitcher level 8. Second, our first middle reliever in the bullpen is a Steve Cishek, 18 velocity, 15 location, and 11 to fastball. Awesome train here. 4 to stamina is like what I like to see. Boss, Fixer, Dom. It doesn't get much better than that, honestly. Triple threes, Fixer. This is the perfect setup, man. I can't say anything else. The only thing that would make it more perfect is if he had a finesse pitcher, but nothing I can criticize about this card other than dominant pitcher not being finesse pitcher. Just awesome card here. Got to give you props, and this is just an amazing card right here. Don't look for Black Diamond. Don't look for pitcher's chemistry on this card. Keep him the way he is. He's gonna stay solid in that middle relief role for a long time to come. Jack Wilson, 65 base overall card, 16 velocity, 16 location, 5 to stamina. Great job right there. And then skills, boss, and mess. Okay for a middle reliever. Wouldn't worry about him too much. His train is awesome. His skills are okay. You're doing great for your middle relievers so far. Jesse Chavez, 18, 15 velocity, 13 fastball, 12 to break. Not the greatest train, but he's the last middle reliever, so I wouldn't worry about it. Fixer, finesse pitcher, that's a keepable skill set, and breaking ball mastery increases breaking ball to help the finesse bonus, and with that lower break, that will help push for the finesse bonus. So those skills are keepable, in my opinion. Don't change them, and then definitely keep going with his. Definitely go with a retrain eventually. Try to go for location 1, and if you can, it might be hard, but go for velocity 2 and then break 3. If not, go ahead and go for location 1, break 2, and velocity 3. Great job with this card though. And then in the long relief role, Pedro Strop, 2016 or 2015, 18 velocity, 18 location, another great train. Props to you right there. Finesse, winning streak, cleaning up your mess. Good for a closer. Arguably could be in the closer role, but I would definitely, since he's already in the long relief role, like I said, with all the other Black Diamonds, look for pitcher's chemistry, and this card will be great. Finally, closer, Joe Smith, 2016. 6 to stamina is great, and 14 velocity, or 14 location, 14 break. Looks like finesse pitcher train, and you did get the third to go to velocity, which I like. Oh wow, okay, finesse, untouch, and put away pitch. So I take back what I said about prioritizing. Who was it? Hendricks. Actually, you could. It's debatable. You could go with either one here, Smith or Hendricks. So it's up to you whether your bullpen is struggling or your rotation. You want to finalize it. I personally prefer finalizing my rotation before I get into my bullpen, which I'm still doing with my Red Sox team. But any of these two, Hendricks or Smith, are good for blue ticket candidates. Definitely your top 2 priorities for blue tickets. So I would go with Hendricks first personally, just to finalize the starting rotation, and then later down the line finish Joe Smith with a good third. Setup man is what you'll be looking for, even last boss or winning streak. Any of those 3 skills would be the cherry on top of this card, and even dominant pitcher wouldn't be terrible. But other than that, man, your team as a free-to-play team, impressive. Better than my free-to-play teams at 109 overall. Props to you. Later down the line, just saying this out there, with Edgar, take him the Black Diamond when you can, and then look for batter's chemistry. to get that extra few bonus points for batter's chemistry on a legend. Other than that, your team trains are great, your skills are on point, and your team is honestly looking as like one of the nicest free-to-play teams that I've reviewed. So great job. Props to you again on everything that you've done with this team. Good luck moving forward, and thank you for sending your team to be showcased. And let's move on finally to the last team in today's video. Okay, last team we have today is the Brew Crew 1022, and he runs a Milwaukee Brewers S set deck with a Diamond S set deck. So let's get straight into the lineup with the first batter. Christian Yelich 2018, Black Diamond Prime right here, 13 to the right side, beautiful train, and you went Power 1, I2, and Contact 3, perfect right there for special training, and then skills right here, Batting Machine, Laser Beam, and Slugger's Instinct. Awesome skill set. Only critique is that you don't have a third skill, but other than that, this card is amazing. Definitely look for a legend skill. If you are a free-to-play team, I'm going to assume you are since you don't have that many team SIGs. I would go ahead and look for a legend skill in the skill slot storage with Christian Yelich, if you don't anticipate pulling his SIG, that is. But other than that, his skills are amazing, and his train is amazing. Second in the lineup is a Neil Walker 2017, no longer in the game. Pretty sure he's retired. 15 to the right side, borderline okay, but you did get a very nice train with high power and eye and contact as well. Special training lines up perfectly for this card, so this is a keepable train definitely. And then skills, charisma and barrel it up. Doesn't get the barrel it up bonus, so I would go ahead and if you don't plan or think you're going to get a better second baseman, I don't really think there are any better second basemen. Maybe Travis Shaw, you can replace him with rather than having him at DH, but it all depends on your team situation. I would go ahead and replace him with Shaw and put Walker at DH and then replace Walker with somebody better, but it's all up to your team situation. I would go ahead and retrain this card though, just for the sake of looking at this card and then skill changing him later down the line. Third in the batting lineup is a Moustakas 18 signature card right here. 16 to the right side is a bit high to the right side, so I would go ahead and retrain this. 16 power, 13 contact, and 12 eye. Want to get I2 on this train, so power 1, I2, and contact 3 is ideal, so go ahead and retrain that when you can. And then Slugger Instinct, Spotlight, Master Base Thief, good skill set right here. Definitely open up a skill slot storage when you have premium skill change tickets, and look for Pioneer and even Bad Ball Hitter. Any of those legend skills would be endgame for this card. Fourth in the lineup, Jesus Aguilar 2018, his best Brewers year. 17 power, 16 contact, 10 eye, 14 to the right side. Unfortunately, he doesn't get his special training second to eye, and since it is way lower than the contact, I would go ahead and retrain him when you have the points to do so, and go for power 1, I2, contact 3, heavy hitter, Slugger Instinct, Flashing Leather. Slugger Instinct is a good first skill to have, but heavy hitter is decent, and Flashing Leather doesn't do much on this card since he doesn't have high fielding. Actually, he does, but other than that, Flashing Leather is never really a keeper on any card at all. So skill change is in line for this card when you have them, and then a retrain for higher eye and good power, as well as contact, and a little bit less to the right side. 14 is borderline, but you want to see 14 and ideally lower than that. Fifth in the lineup, Ryan Braun 2011 Prime. I believe Comps was added him back in the game because they got licensing rights to him, and they took him out again for whatever reason. Not sure what's going on there. Anyways, looking at this card, the train, 17 to the right side is way too high. I'm going to have to suggest a retrain on this. 16 to power, 12, contact, 12 eye. Definitely go for I2, even though eye and contact are both the same. Better to go with eye so he strikes out less and hits more home runs and draws more walks that'll affect the pitcher's stamina. Bad Ball Hitter, awesome job getting that skill. Endgame skill right here. Barrel it up as a second. So with barrel it up, actually I take back what I said. Go for I third, power 1, contact 2, and I3. You'll definitely get the barrel up bonus if you get at least 6 speed. Even if you got just a couple speed and at least, I'd say 15 contact and 12 eye, that would make this card really good. And moving those training points that you have on the right side here, just calculating it in my mind, with the barrel it up bonus, this card will be way better. And Bad Ball Hitter is awesome because it will increase that power and contact, and assist with the barrel it up bonus. So great job with this card. Just go ahead and retrain for less to the right side. Power 1, Contact 2, and I3. Batting 6th in the lineup, Chris Davis, 2014, no longer in the game. 13 to the right side, awesome trainer here. Perfect, like to see it. 16 to power, 16 I, and 12 contact. His I is so low that his it doesn't get over 110, but good job with this. It's the best you can do. Can't really ask for much more out of this train right here. It's amazing. And then skills, prediction, charisma, master base thief. Prediction does help with that low I as far as batting average goes and looking to make contact with the ball and not strike out. So I would keep that skill set. Master base thief is not a bad third either. And later down the line, take him to Black Diamond and keep working with him. I can't really say much other than this card is pretty much the way it should be. 7th in the lineup is Yasmani Grandal, 2019, best Brewers catcher in the game. 14 to right side, good job with the train. Borderline, but it's keepable. 17 to power, 15 to contact, 11 to I. Good job going I third here since he does have the higher base stats to I. And then looking at the skills, charisma, slugger instinct, flashing leather. Flashing leather helps out since he is a catcher, and with that 100 fielding, can hopefully get the stability bonus, maybe with batter's chemistry. But great job with the train, great job with the skills, great card right here. 8th in the lineup, Oswaldo Arcia, 2019. 16 to right side, gonna have to say retrain. Definitely go for higher I and special training, first to power, I, and then contact. Skills right here, prediction and spotlight. Not the worst, but not the best. This is about a B average skill set or a B minus skill set. With exhaustion not being a great third, I would skill change this card when you have skill changes. So a retrain and skill changes and opening a skill slot storage would be a smart idea here too. Prediction spotlight's not the worst thing, but opening a skill storage and looking for better skills is what I would go ahead and do. Finally, 9th in the lineup is just Travis Shaw, 2018. Wow, 23 power. Great job with that right there. 14 to the right side. Okay. And then you went with contact 2 and I third. I is a bit low, but with a high power, you just can't deny this train is awesome. And looking at the skills, batting machine will help with that batting average. Full swing hitter will help increase power and spotlight. So this is I give this a minus skill set tier right here. Not the greatest, but it's very, very suitable for the train that he has, and it will help him with that low I train as well. So great job with the lineup. Getting into the pitching rotation now, starting with your ace, Tom Seaver Legend. And you have a 15 location, 14 velocity, and 13 to break with 8 stamina. 8 stamina is the cutoff for me. 7 stamina is where I would like to see it, but this is a good train. Looks like you went for a standard high location and velocity train. With that, you got Control Master, Winning Streak, and Finesse Pitcher. All right, awesome third skill and Winning Streak. Control Master is an endgame legend skill. Finesse Pitcher is an endgame gold skill. And you don't get the Finesse Pitcher bonus. Oh, you haven't maximized his special training yet. Okay. So if you do take special training to max, you should get the bonus. I'm pretty sure you should get the bonus, or you may be one short. I can't do the math quickly right now. I don't want to waste time, but 15 location. So in order for the Finesse Pitcher bonus, I'm pretty sure you know, location and break has to be 15 higher than velocity and fastball combined. So if you don't get the Finesse Pitcher bonus, I would retrain, but if he does, this is a perfect train that you got on him, maximizing the amount of velocity you can get. So don't retrain him if he does get the Finesse Pitcher bonus, and definitely keep the way his skills are. You could go with blue tickets and aim for Last Boss instead of Winning Streak and make this card endgame, if you know what I mean. But other than that, this is an amazing legend card. Second in the rotation, Freddie Peralta, 2018. Not his best year, so you can do better with this card. Good train on him. Wouldn't go ahead and retrain him. I would go ahead personally looking for his 2021 card or one of his better years than 2018. Boss stability, dominant pitcher. Good skill set right here. Special training is a little funky, but he's not the best year, like I said, so aim to replace him later down the line. Third in the rotation of Woodruff, 21, signature card. Amazing. 4 to stamina. Love to see it. 19 location, 13 to velocity, and 13 to break. Looks like he went for Finesse Pitcher. You did. Finesse, Untouchable, and Giant Crusher. Open up a skill slot storage definitely on him later down the line. Looking for a legend skill set, high levels legend skill set, then use blues and greens, and this card is going to be a beast. As is right now with Finesse Pitcher Untouchable, he should do amazing. That skill set works really well for me. Great job with this card. Fourth in the rotation, Burns 20. This card is just out of this world. 82 velocity, 78 location of the base stats. You have a really, really good train as well, similar to not Corbin Burns, but Brandon Woodruff. 4 to stamina, 16 location, 16 velocity, 13 to fastball. Skills, finesse, and boss. You don't get the finesse pitcher bonus. I don't criticize you for that, since it is difficult with the higher leaning towards dominant pitcher on the base stats, but you could retrain him down the line. I definitely would go ahead and retrain him, since you don't get the finesse pitcher bonus. It's going to be difficult, but you're going to probably have to go with either velocity location 1, break 2, and velocity 3rd, or break 1, location 2, velocity 3 as well. So train that however in whatever way you would be able to get the finesse pitcher bonus, like I explained earlier, and this card is going to do wonders for you. Great job getting this card. He's one of the best cards in the game. Fifth in the rotation is Zach Davies 2017. Not his best year. Interesting choice to Black Diamond him, since he's not the best Brewers starting pitcher. I would have preferred going with Burns, but I assume you got this card earlier in your playing time and didn't took him to Black Diamond before you got Burns. Anyway, slow starter, dominant pitcher. Hey, that's an awesome skill set right there. Third skill's not there, but slow starter is basically 2 skills in 1, since it does increase stats so much and has an inside edge to it. But dominant pitcher, great job there. He doesn't quite get the bonus, but with pitcher's chemistry, if you can land pitcher's chemistry, he may get the bonus. You got 7 to stamina, which is good. I would keep him the way he is. Dominant pitcher is an okay skill, but yeah, this is a tough call right here, since he does have slow starter. I would keep him, so my suggestion here would be keeping him in the lineup as long as you can. As a free-to-play team, things go slow. I'm sorry if I'm assuming wrong, but it looks like by the looks of your team, you're a free-to-play team. I would keep him the way he is. Keep him in the lineup as long as you can until you get a better card, and develop somebody that will outmatch him with his skills and outmatch his train. So that's going to take, I don't know, it may take you a couple months, it may take you a couple years, who knows with this game at this point. But this is a great card. Keep him in as long as you can, and then replace him later down the line. Getting into the bullpen now, first setup man, Devin Williams 20, another amazing 2020 Brewers card. Brewers teams got so many good cards in 2020. 4 to stamina, 19 location, 13 velocity, 12 fastball. Good train right here. Finesse, Dom, and Ace. Ace not a great third, but it'll increase his stats, which makes him look nicer, I guess. Finesse and Dom are amazing, though, combined together for any pitcher in the rotation. You actually do get the finesse bonus. Wow, so this is a really weird card with the distribution, high velocity and high break. So you do get the finesse pitcher bonus. I am pretty sure about that. When you fully special train him, if you don't, you probably still will with that high location and that high break. So great job with this card. Keep him the way he is. Definitely a top tier candidate to take the Black Diamond, since he isn't. Devin Williams is definitely your main Black Diamond candidate, in my opinion. Keep taking the Black Diamond as soon as you can, and he will be near perfect. Second setup man, Josh Hader 2019. He's doing amazing right now, so his 2022 card might be way better than this. Anyway, 7 to stamina. Great job with the train. It's a little high for a reliever. Relievers, you're ideally going to want to have 5 stamina or lower, but other than that, 15 the location, 12 velocity, 13 break. Looks like a finesse pitcher train right here. You did go with that, all right. And you do get the bonus pretty easily right there. So great job with this train. Keep him the way he is, and move forward with him, upgrading him to Black Diamond after you get Devin Williams. What I'd like to do, the reason I say Devin Williams to Black Diamond is because I personally prefer going to take Sigs to Black Diamond before I take any other normal cards to Black Diamond, just because they cost more and it's more time consuming. So the fast you can get the higher costing players out of the way with Black Diamond pieces, the easier it will become as you move onward, getting Black Diamond pieces for normal cards. But great job with this Josh Hader, and keep moving forward and upgrading him. And no need to retrain, no need to reskill, just wait until you can get enough Black Diamond pieces to upgrade him to Black Diamond. First, mid relievers, a Trinan Prime card 2018, 4 stamina, another amazing train right here, 15 velocity, 12 location, 15 break. Pretty strange train right here. He's not a team card though, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Fixer, Mess, and Setup Man. Great middle relief set right there. And I would keep him the way he is. Keep him in the lineup as long as you can. And if you don't have any other Brewers relievers that would outmatch him, I'd say keep him in as your 25th man or your 26th man. But if there is a better relief pitcher out there that you can replace him with, definitely do that when you get that other relief pitcher. Second mid reliever is a Brandon Kinsler 2013, no longer in the game. 5 is stamina, great job there. Looks like he went for finesse pitcher. A little bit low on the stamina, which is a little bit concerning, but finesse, untouched, and mess. Great skill set right here. He may give up a lot of home runs in the middle relief position since no special training points go to that velocity. And if he gets nerfed by Charisma 8, that's going to be pretty tough on that velocity. He's going to probably give up 5-6 home runs in a row. I'm not gonna lie, but he's a middle reliever. I would retrain him personally if there's no better reliever. You could pull. It doesn't look like you have Thornburg. Thornburg's another good Brewers reliever, so if you could replace him with Thornburg or a better Brewers reliever later down the line, you may not want to retrain him. But just by judging this card right now as is, I would retrain for fastball. What am I saying? Location 1, velocity 2, and then break 3. Third middle reliever, Bruce Sutter 2020, another really good relief pitcher from the Brewers in 2020. High stamina, he's your last middle reliever though, wouldn't worry about it too much. Pitching machine, fixer, last boss. When you have the points, go ahead and retrain him for a standard left side train, high location, high velocity. Pitching machine, boss, and fixer are great middle reliever skills, so keep him the way he is and just needs a retrain. Long reliever, Corey Knebel 2017. Alright, so my suggestion here, since Knebel is a really good card, what I would go ahead and do is take him, and even though, tough to say, man, Kinsler has amazing skills. It's really hard. It's all up to you, though. I would replace Knebel with Kinsler since he has the higher base stats, and then skill change Knebel when you can. Take Kinsler to Black Diamond if when you have the Black Diamond pieces, and then try to roll pitcher's chemistry on him after you switch Knebel with Kinsler and put Kinsler in the long relief role. That's just my suggestion. But Kinsler here is a beautiful card, 9 to stamina. Could use a retrain for lower stamina later down the line. Perfect grade increase though, which is always nice to see. So yeah, that'll be my suggestion with Knebel. Finally, finishing it off, Jeffress 2018, Jeremy Jeffress, also no longer in the game. Again, not the best train since velocity doesn't get any special training points. Winning streak, pitching machine, finesse pitcher, that's a good closer skill set right there. So only suggestion for this card would be to retrain. He does get the bonus, but you definitely could easily get the bonus with finesse pitcher if you went for a location 1, velocity 2, and break 3 train. It may take some time, but trust me, in the end, when you look back, it'll be worth it, especially for a closing pitcher. But that's going to do it for your team, man. I really love all the Black Diamond cards. If you are a free-to-play team, let me know down below. Tell me your team situation. I can help you further down there. But I'm loving the trains. Love the skills. Definitely try to finalize your starting rotation as soon as possible with replacing some of these cards, or even just maximizing like this Corbin Burns to its fullest potential. The rotation is definitely the most important part in this game, so I would still focus on that other than anything else. Next, I would go ahead and focus on the bullpen. Bullpen's also very important. And then last but not least, focus on the batters, getting batters chemistry, getting pitchers chemistry, and your team is headed in the right direction. So with all that said, thank you for sending in your friend request. Great job with your team. And let's go into the outro and finish off this video. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. And if you guys are on my list and you want to know where you are as far as being showcased, go ahead and check out the link in the description box down below to my Discord server. I have the spreadsheet inside one of the channels there, so you can go check it out and see where you stand as far as getting showcased and when that will be. If you do want to be showcased, leave a comment down below with your team name requesting to be showcased, subscribe to the channel, and then last but not least, and most importantly, don't forget to send me a in-game friend request to 2018 Fireballs. And if the message pops up and says that my list is full, just message me and I'll let you know if I see you in the queue. But with all that said, thank you guys once again, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all in the next video.